So, example dialogue number 1. Interviewer asks you, tell me about a time when you had to work in a team. What was your role in the team? That's a very vague, very unclear question. Tell me a time when you had to work in a team. What was your role in that team? Okay? So you can, instead of saying, what do you mean? What did you say? Sorry? What was that? Okay? So you ask this better response. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. The second part of the question, could you repeat it for me, please? If you just want simple repeat for the question. Okay? So could you repeat that, please? I didn't catch the second part. Tell me a time when you had to work in a team. What was your role? Could you tell me what you mean? What's the second question you ask? Okay, even though it's not like the first question, first sentence and second question. Okay, so next dialogue would be something like this. What would you consider to be your greatest strength for the job? If you don't know how to answer it, it's not that you don't understand, but you don't know how to answer it. I don't know really. I need to think about that for a second. I mean, in reality, sometimes we do get questions that we don't know how to answer. But I don't know really. I need to think about that. But like, how long do you need? Okay? How long do you need? Or 1 second. So 1 second passed by really quickly. So can you answer now? So it's an unclear language on your part that kind of make that moment very, very strange. It's like, okay, so I give you 1 second now. Can you answer? Okay? So instead of that, we say a better response. My greatest strength, I would say my greatest strength with relevance to this job is. So you repeat the question by yourself. My greatest strength, I would say my greatest strength. So you extend, okay, expand your sentence to a longer version to give you more time to think. So my greatest strength with relevance to this job is blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is how we buy ourselves more time. Simpler demonstration. So this is the basic. This is the basic methods. So dialogue number 3. In the job description, we were looking for a sales rep for Taiwan's Taipei City region, but would you also be interested in our new Taipei City region? Okay, so now you fully understand the question, okay? But it's that the question you're not prepared to answer because you are looking for a job in Taipei City, but they are offering a new job in a new Taipei City. So they're asking if you would be interested. So instead of saying, you know, that was not what I expected, I'm not sure. Let me think about it. Not professional, because you sound like you are a customer now. Let me think about it. And this is the phrase that all salespeople hate. Let me think about it. So that response just hangs in the air and there's no result. So what do you say? Same question. I would need to consider that, and I will be sure to give you an answer in a couple days. So you don't give an answer on the spot because you just don't know. Okay? Because you sometimes do get a question that you cannot give a clear answer on the spot. So you offer exact time that you will let them know. Okay? So you don't leave the interviewer hanging in the air. Okay? You provide a solution, but with a limit of time frame, a couple days later. Let's say if they're still interested in having you on board, they will wait. But if you can make a decision on the spot, maybe this position would be better off given to someone else because you just don't know, right? So that's the example number 3. Example number 4, if you get a question like this, tell me about a time when a team member was not pulling their weight. Pulling their weight. So you heard a phrase that you've never heard of. Sorry, what? What do you mean by pulling their weight? Okay. here, you're clarifying. So that's what I'm talking about. You know how to clarify. What do you mean? But it's just not respectful as a professional. This is not the language we use in the professional world. So this is how you respond. A team member was not, I'm sorry, pulling their weight. I'm not familiar with that phrase. It's not a question. I'm not familiar with that phrase. Then you pause. Because it's a cue to tell the interviewer to clarify that phrase for you. So pulling their weight is like a pulling, the progress of the project, okay? Because they're not doing their job. So it's like a pulling from the whole project from moving forward. This is what that means. But by asking, a team member was not, so repeat the question, the team member was not, I'm sorry, pulling their weight. I'm not familiar with the phrase, okay? To tell them that they need to change to a different word, okay? So this is how we clarify as well. And dialogue number 5, we need to give information to the general public, but we don't do well in plain English. What are your skills in this area? So a very vague question. So the interviewer is telling you that we have to give some sort of information to the public, but company-wise, we are not very good at providing information that general public can understand. So what's your skill in the area? Plain English, what exactly are you asking? So plain English, even if you say in a nicer tone, it just doesn't have that professional feel, okay? It's just, something is off. What exactly are you asking, okay? So it's kind of like a demanding, okay? It's kind of like a, not very polite way of saying something, okay, to clarify the question. So instead, this is the better response. So does that mean you need someone to help with translating technical documents into language suitable for audience without technical background? Is this what you mean? So you provide your understanding to clarify whether or not you have fully understood your interviewer and ask them if this is what you want. Okay, so does that mean you need someone to do this for someone else? Okay, so it's like, you clarify this need or demand to make sure that you understood them correctly. So this is how we clarify. So does that mean, let me repeat that again, okay? It's a very powerful sentence. So does that mean you need someone to help with translating technical document into language suitable for audience without technical background? Is this what you mean? Is this what you want me to do? But of course, I'm not saying that you should add the additional sentence like, is this what you need me to do? Because the question itself already asks whether or not you got the right direction of their question. Okay? So very important that you ask in a professional way. So if you have your own understanding, you can phrase it like a question. So does that mean this and that? Okay? And then they will give you an answer, yes or no. Or they will clarify for you if you got something wrong. Okay?